फुटबॉल फॉर स्कूल्स कार्यक्रम वर्चुअल रे कार्यक्रम को उद्घाटन करेंगे मुख्यमंत्री नवीन पट्टनायक। भारत में फिफा सहयोग में प्रथम थर लगी एभली कार्यक्रम आरंभ होगा जाउछि। कार्यक्रम में स्विट्जरलैंड सांसद डॉक्टर निक गागर, फिफा सभापति जेनी इन्फैंटिनो वर्चुअल रे जोग देउथबा बेले राज्य क्रीड़ा और युवा व्यापार मंत्री तुषारकांति बेहेरा, फिफा फाउंडेशन कार्यनिर्वाही अधिकारी यूरी डिजोरकेफ, फिफा फुटबॉल फॉर स्कूल रो प्रोजेक्ट लीडर अलेक्जेंड्रे ग्राश, राज्य क्रीड़ा और युवा सेवा विभाग कमिश्नर तथा सचिव आर विनील कृष्णा, ऑल इंडिया फुटबॉल फेडरेशन साधारण संपादक कुशल दास, ओडिशा फुटबॉल एसोसिएशन सभापति देवाशीष सामंतराय एवं संपादक आशीर्वाद बेहेरा, फिफा पदाधिकारी अलेक्जेंड्रा ह्यूटे, एंटोनियो बुएनानो एवं अल्बर्टो जियाकोमिनी प्रमुख उपस्थित रहिबे। ए कार्यक्रम आरंभ सकाशे दीर्घ 1.5 वर्ष है किट एवं किस प्रतिष्ठाता डॉक्टर अच्युत सामंत फिफा सभापति जोगाजोग रे कोरोना महामारी जोगु ए कार्यक्रम आरंभ हो पारि नथिला। शेषरे फिफा फाउंडेशन मुख्य कार्यनिर्वाही अधिकारी डी जोरकेफ एवं फिफा फुटबॉल फॉर स्कूल रो प्रोजेक्ट लीडर ग्राश का प्रयास क्रमे आज एही कार्यक्रम आरंभ होबाकु जाउछि। ए कार्यक्रम उद्घाटन पूर्व किस रे गत 25 तारिख फिफा पक्षरु ट्रेनिंग फॉर ट्रेनर आरंभ होइछि। एथिरे राज्यर 100टी विद्यालयर क्रीड़ा शिक्षक एवं किट और किस 100 जन फुटबॉल खेलाड़ी जोग दैछथि। फिफा और किस मिलित सहयोग में किस उद्घाटित होगा जाउछि फुटबॉल फॉर स्कूल्स कार्यक्रम। वर्चुअल रे एही कार्यक्रम को उद्घाटन करेंगे मुख्यमंत्री नवीन पट्टनायक। प्रथम थर लगे एभली कार्यक्रम आयोजन होगा आरंभ होगा जाउछि। भारत में फिफा सहयोग में एही कार्यक्रम में स्विट्जरलैंड सांसद डॉक्टर निक गागर, फिफा सभापति जेनी इन्फैंटिनो वर्चुअल रे जोग देउथबा बेले राज्य क्रीड़ा और युवा व्यापार मंत्री तुषारकांति बेहेरा, फिफा फाउंडेशन कार्यनिर्वाही अधिकारी यूरी डिजोरकेफ, फिफा फुटबॉल फॉर स्कूल प्रोजेक्ट लीडर अलेक्जेंड्रे ग्राश, राज्य क्रीड़ा और युवा सेवा विभाग कमिश्नर तथा सचिव आर विनील कृष्णा, ऑल इंडिया फुटबॉल फेडरेशन साधारण संपादक कुशल दास, ओडिशा फुटबॉल एसोसिएशन सभापति देवाशीष सामंतराय एवं संपादक आशीर्वाद बेहेरा, फिफा पदाधिकारी अलेक्जेंड्रा ह्यूटे, एंटोनियो बुएनानो एवं अल्बर्टो जियाकोमिनी प्रमुख उपस्थित रहिबे। ए कार्यक्रम आरंभ होगा सकाशे दीर्घ 1.5 वर्ष धरी किट एवं किस प्रतिष्ठाता डॉक्टर अच्युत सामंत फिफा सभापति जोगाजोग रे थिले। कोरोना महामारी जोगु एही कार्यक्रम आरंभ हो पारि नथिला एवं वर्तमान एही कार्यक्रम आरंभ होबाकु जाउछि। फुटबॉल फॉर स्कूल्स कार्यक्रम उद्घाटित होबाकु जाउछि किस रे फिफा एवं किस मिलित सहयोग रे एवं मुख्यमंत्री नवीन पट्टनायक वर्चुअल रे एही कार्यक्रम को उद्घाटन करेंगे। एवं कोरोना जोगु एही कार्यक्रम पूर्व आयोजन हो पारु नथिला किंतु दीर्घ 1.5 वर्ष धरी किट एवं किस प्रतिष्ठाता डॉक्टर अच्युत सामंत फिफा सभापति जोगाजोग रही शेष कार्यक्रम आरंभ होगाकु जाउछि, उद्घाटित होगाकु जाउछि। फिफा फाउंडेशन मुख्य कार्यनिर्वाही अधिकारी डिजोरकेफ एवं फिफा फुटबॉल फॉर स्कूल्स रो प्रोजेक्ट लीडर ग्राश का प्रयास क्रमे एही कार्यक्रम आज आरंभ होगाकु जाउछि। यह आज उद्घाटित हेबो। वर्चुअल रे मुख्यमंत्री यह उद्घाटन करेंगे। ए कार्यक्रम उद्घाटन पूर्व किस रे गत 25 तारिख फिफा पक्षरु ट्रेनिंग फॉर ट्रेनर आरंभ होइछि। एथिरे राज्यर 100टी विद्यालयर क्रीड़ा शिक्षक एवं किट और किस 100 जन फुटबॉल खेलाड़ी जोग दैछन्ति। फुटबॉल फॉर स्कूल्स कार्यक्रम आज उद्घाटित होबाकु जाउछि किस रे फिफा एवं किस मिलित सहयोग रे प्रथम थर लगे एभली कार्यक्रम आरंभ होबाकु जाउछि। अधिक सूचना आम भुवनेश्वर रिपोर्टर सुजाता महापात्र आम सहित फोन लाइन जोड़ी होती। सुजाता, प्रथम थर लगी भारत में एभली कार्यक्रम आयोजन कर फीफा और किस मिलित सहयोग रे फुटबॉल फॉर स्कूल्स कार्यक्रम उद्घाटित होगा जाउछि। सुजाता,
देखो सुनीता, उन्मोचित होगा जाउछि स्कूल रे फीफा फुटबॉल देश में प्रथम थर पर फीफा फुटबॉल फॉर स्कूल्स ओडिशा रू आरंभ होबो एई कार्यक्रम एवं अल्प किछि समय पर कार्यक्रम आरंभ हम। बर्तमान जदि सीधा सड़क चित्र देखिपे देखु आसी पहुंची सार्वजनिक प्रतिष्ठा डॉक्टर अच्युत सामंत सहित फिफार सर्वभारतीय फुटबॉल महासंघर संपादक भी उपस्थित अच्छा सहित फाओर जो सभापति अच्छा देवाशीष सामंतराय, फाओर जी संपादक अच्छा आशीर्वाद बेहरा एवं फीफा फुटबॉल फॉर स्कूल जे प्रकल्प मुख्य अच्छा जी अलेक्जेंडर ग्रॉस समस्त ये आसी कार्यक्रम उपस्थित हो सारे अल्प किसी मुहूर्त पर यही कार्यक्रम को वर्चुअल मोड रे मुख्यमंत्री नवीन पट्टनायक उद्घाटन करेंगे। ताकू ही समस्त अपेक्षा जेहेतु प्रथम थर पर एभली गोटे कार्यक्रम आयोजन करा समस्त साहाय्य सहयोग रही जो भाव में देखा जो लंचिंग सेरिमनी हम फीफा फुटबॉल फॉर स्कूल जो लंचिंग सेरिमनी हम यही प्रोग्राम को वर्चुअल मोड रे मुख्यमंत्री नवीन पट्टनायक उद्घाटन करेंगे। सहित आउ गोटे जिन उत्सव जोग देवाई समस्त राज्य क्रीड़ा भुवनेश्वर रे ओडिशा राज्य क्रीड़ा मंत्री तुषारकांति बेहरा समेत बहु बड़ बड़ जो अच्छा खेलाड़ी उपस्थित अच्छे तो दीर्घ 4 दिन है किड्स स्टाडियम रे 100 रु अधिक विभिन्न जिलार जो स्कूल शिक्षक पीटी शिक्षक क्रीड़ा शिक्षक अच्छा से फीफा फुटबॉल जो टीम रही 7-8 जन सदस्य से ट्रेनिंग देते स्कूल स्तर में किभली फुटबॉल खेल को मजबूत करा फुटबॉल खेल प्रति छात्र छात्री आग्रह बढ़ गुरुत्व देवाई एक कार्यक्रम आयोजन होता सहित जहाँ पूर्व सूचना देते फीफार जी सदस्य अच्छा जे अंतर्जातीय स्तर में भारत निजर फुटबॉल गोटे टीम कर उपस्थापित कर फुटबॉल खेल प्रति लोकों पिला मन में आग्रह हम से एक कार्यक्रम हाथ को नि तृणमूल स्तर को मजबूत करने कार्यक्रम को आरंभ कराई अल्प किसी मुहूर्त अपेक्षा अल्प किसी मुहूर्त पर फीफा फुटबॉल फॉर स्कूल कार्यक्रम जो रही तार उद्घाटन कर।
बहुत धन्यवाद आपको सुजाता महापात्र आम भुवनेश्वर रिपोर्टर विस्तृत भाव सूचना देते जो कार्यक्रम आयोजन कर फुटबॉल फॉर स्कूल्स कार्यक्रम प्रथम थर पर एभली कार्यक्रम आयोजन कर फीफा और किस मिलित सहयोग रे आज उद्घाटित होगा जाउछि फुटबॉल फॉर स्कूल्स कार्यक्रम वर्चुअल रे यहाकू उद्घाटन करेंगे मुख्यमंत्री नवीन पट्टनायक और फुटबॉल रो प्रचार प्रसार एवं पिलांक भितर किभली भाव में फुटबॉल आदर आहुरी बढ़ी पारिबो एवं आहरी लोकप्रिय हो पार से निहत भाव में उद्यम जारी रही ये गोटे बड़ कार्यक्रम आयोजन होती किसी समय पर वर्चुअल रे कार्यक्रम को उद्घाटन करेंगे मुख्यमंत्री नवीन पट्टनायक। समय हो कलिंग खबर रे गोटे छोटा ब्रेक रा।
तेजस वेट्स कामिनी, नो गिफ्ट्स, केवल आशीर्वाद दीजिए।
जी जी जरूर देंगे, केवल आशीर्वाद।
आशीर्वाद चाहोगे तो आशीर्वाद मिलेगा। इसमें है एंटीबैक्टीरियल लेयर और 10 साल की वारंटी। आशीर्वाद वाटर टैंक्स।
Wow, this new Suzuki Access 125.
सुना है ये कम पीता है।
अब इनको भी पता है Suzuki Access 125 with PS6 टेक्नोलॉजी कम पीता है।
मो अमृतांजन रोल ऑन एडवांस रोलर बॉल टेक्नोलॉजी साथी रे हर्ब्स और मेंथल रो सतेजता मात्र 2 मिनिट रे काम आरंभ। 18 घंटा पर्यंत रहे आराम। अमृतांजन रोल ऑन जेकोसी समय रे मुंड बिंधारु आराम जेकोसी जगह रे।
डॉक्टर बाबू
मु आसुछि।
रास्ता विपदरो बदलै दबु प्रस्तुत आमे जम्सकु हरेबु प्रस्तुत आमे
नुआ सिंथॉल हेल्थ प्लस जहार एक्टिव जर्म प्रोटेक्टर दिए 99.9% जर्म प्रोटेक्शन।
ये होची असली शाइन
बाहर वाला बेसी शाइनी दिसुची
भीतर वाला बेसी शाइनी
नो 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 बाहर वाला
हाउ एई मैच रो विनर होची इंडिगो एक्रिलिक लैमिनेट कांतो को दिए बढ़िया साइन भीतर भी बाहर भी इंडिगो एक्रिलिक लैमिनेट
भुवनेश्वर किम्स सुपर स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल जोठारे अछि अत्याधुनिक डिजिटल एक्सरे डिजिटल रेडियोग्राफी हाई रेजोल्यूशन यूसीजी कलर डॉपलर टिफा स्कैन एनडी स्कैन फेटल डॉपलर सहित हाई रेजोल्यूशन एमआरआई सीटी स्कैन एंजियोग्राफी होल बॉडी डेक्सा स्कैन एवं मैमोग्राफी भली अत्याधुनिक और उन्नत मानर डाक्तरी परीक्षा एटार उपलब्ध समस्तक पई हाथ पाहांतारे सुलभ मूल्य रे उन्नत मानर डाक्तरी सेवा आनिछि किम्स उत्तम सेवा सह स्पर्श आरोग्यर
our own student Miss Duti Chand. Similarly, we have with us respected Shraddhanjali Samantray, former women captain national football, and also at present the Odisha women football chief coach, and all the other respected dignitaries on the dash and of the dash of officials from the Odisha Football Association, All India Football Federation, and also FIFA present here. Our all the respected senior functionary both from academic and administration from both the university KIT and KIS, and particularly respected physical education teachers from the different schools of the Odisha state present here, and also respected press persons both from electronic and print media, finally my lovable Kisians and Kitians. So definitely I can say that history is being created in the state of Odisha generally and particularly Kit and Kis today. We will be a part to spearhead FIFA football for schools. Such guests across 7 seas literally are present among us even in this pandemic situation. At the outset, as a founder of Kit and Kis, it's my great pleasure to extend the heartiest welcome and gratitude to our own Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, Sri Naveen Patnaik ji, who has created an example of how sports can be empowered with consistent support. He has proved that it is not just about money to support the sports, but it is a question of passion and commitment towards hand holding up to glory level. He has made Odisha a sports hub and Bhubaneswar a sports capital. He has not forgotten to nurture sports from the grassroots level. Sir, we are very much honored and grateful to get your message, blessings, everything. Even if it is the virtual mode, we welcome you and express our gratitude. Similarly, we are very much happy that we have with us our Honorable Member of Swiss Parliament, Dr. Nick Gugar, in virtual mode, Global Ambassador of KIT and KIS University by formal designation, and my dear brother by the bond of humanity, deserves a huge shout out for following it up for the last 1.5 years and really bringing this to reality in our campus. Thank you, my dear brother, Dr. Nick Gugar, with your blessings and also all the message in virtual mode. But first and foremost, we would like to express our thanks and gratitude to His Excellency Mr. Gianni Infantino, President of FIFA, for his unflinching support and commitment to promote football and believing our capabilities to support the cause in India and Odisha. We are really very much grateful to FIFA President for your all kindness and faith on this KIT KIS University. We are very much happy and honored to get your blessings and support in virtual mode and also your message. I welcome you sitting or standing on the soil of Odisha State, Bhubaneswar in KIT and KIS, and thank you very much. I am grateful to you particularly and your all officials for the last 1.5 years. We means myself and Dr. Nick Gugar, Dr. Borun Sutra have been following with you for launching of the ceremony. Because of COVID-19, it was not possible for the last 18 months and you had to come to launch this ceremony. But finally, with our request, you have been agreed to send your all the officials, including the CEO, for this launching program. We are very much grateful and we expect you in the month of January on the soil of Odisha and particularly KIT and KIS. Similarly, you all will be happy we are getting one very good person in our midst, and he is no other than respected Mr. Yuri, the CEO FIFA Foundation, who is sitting on the middle. You cannot believe, my all lovable Kisian. He is a great man in football in the entire world. He is the world champion in 1998, also Euro champion in 2000. You cannot imagine the way we all have craze to see the Sachin Tendulkar in India. The more craze to see this Mr. Yuri in entire Europe. So he is a great lover, promoter, whatever you can say for this football. And I am so happy. And you cannot believe, we all are very much fortunate. After fighting 14 hours in airport in Delhi just for small technical problem in his visa, he could come to out of the airport and come to Bhubaneswar, and he could have the patience of sitting in the airport 14 hours at a stretch. We are so fortunate and grateful to God. He has made it possible, his presence here on this dash. Otherwise, the entire function would have been useless. So, Mr. Yuri, I welcome you once again on behalf of the people of the state of Odisha. On behalf of Kit and Kiss, also on my behalf, I welcome you. And at the same time, I extend my heartiest welcome to respected Mr. Kushal Das, General Secretary of All India Football Federation. I also extend welcome to our Devashish Samantraji, President Football Association of Odisha, and also Sri Ashirvad Beheraji, Secretary Football Association of Odisha, and their officials. And in this context, I will definitely say that these delegates from the FIFA and Odisha Football Association coming all the way to India and for this cause, and member of All India Football Federation represented by the General Secretary, and also Odisha Football Association for gracing this one of its kind event. Despite the pandemic, you have helped India to become a multi-sports country and mainstreaming football. We also wish to welcome our physical education teachers from different parts of the Odisha present here. I welcome you, and I hope definitely you will implement what is learned in the capacity building workshop for the last 3 days here in Kit Kiss campus. So similarly, it's my also great pleasure to extend the heartiest welcome to all the FIFA officials. I have been given 5 minutes. I am not taking, I am taking more time. It is going live in the media. But before I conclude, I should take another 1-2 minutes just to speak a few words. We all are aware of, since 2005, Kit and Kiss, both the organizations have been promoting sports like anything, and sports personnel, etc. That's why Miss Duti Chand is present here, the best Olympian, and also other 2 Olympians, and many good things you all know. And coming to football, we all know it is a very popular game in India. It is played in every nook and corner of our country. Despite of immense love for playing and viewing this sport, our ranking in football is 107 as per 21 data. This revolutionary initiative of the President of FIFA will make football accessible to all boys and girls in India. It will be looked upon by them as a lucrative profession. We from Kit and Kiss promise to give all subscribed, and definitely you must be knowing another one man persons promoting the sports in all ways on behalf of the Government of Odisha. He is none other than our respected Binil Kishanji IS, Commissioner cum Sports and Youth Services, Government of Odisha. He's so nice and so supportive, so helpful. One cannot imagine unless until one will react with him or do anything with him. So I welcome you, sir, also once again for your kind presence. So once again, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Next up, we have the virtual launch of the event by our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Naveen Patnaik.
Honorable MP, President FIFA, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to inaugurate the FIFA Football Today for Schools program at Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences in Bhubaneswar. I'm glad to learn that over 100 physical education teachers from all over Odisha, besides sports teachers from KISS, will be a part of the capacity building workshop organized by FIFA. I welcome the delegates led by the CEO of FIFA Foundation and members of All India Football Federation to Odisha. I hope they will have a wonderful experience here and carry a part of Odisha back in their hearts. I also recognize the presence of members of our own All Odisha Football Association. We strongly believe the investment in sports is investment in youth. And investment in youth is investment in the future. Such collaboration to incorporate football activities into the education system will make football more accessible to both boys and girls at the grassroots. I congratulate KIT and KISS for sustainability creating a conducive ecosystem in channelizing passion for sports and nurturing sports talent and promoting it from the last 2 decades. Football is a high-energy game. I believe promotion of football will have a positive impact in developing a tough fighting spirit among the students. Cementing our identity as a global destination for sports, I wish success for all the endeavors of FIFA in India and Odisha, and a commitment to actively support all initiatives. Thank you. Bande Utkal Janan.
Thank you for your kind words, sir. Moving forward, we have a special message from Gianni Infantino, President of Federación Internacional de Fútbol Association, FIFA.
Thank you, Professor Achita Samanta, founder of KIT, the Kalinga Institute for Industrial Technology, and KISS, the Kalinga Institute for Social Sciences, for hosting this event and for contributing to empowering tribal children through sports and education. It is Professor Samanta's visionary guidance that KIT and KISS have been nurturing athlete talents since 2005. And I was delighted to hear that 2 KIT students participated in the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo. We are also grateful to the member of the Swiss Parliament and global ambassador of Kalinga, Mr. Nick Goger, my dear friend, for making the event possible, and to the Chief Minister of Odisha for having strengthened Odisha's reputation as the sports capital of India. We are delighted to see Football for Schools launching in India today, one of the first countries in which it has been introduced. Football for Schools is a program which unites football and education. It has been created to support schools and teachers in inspiring children to learn life skills through fun football sessions. In collaboration with UNESCO, the FIFA Foundation launched Football for Schools to contribute to the education, development and empowerment of around 700 million children all across the world. With the aim of making football more accessible to both girls and boys everywhere, in partnership with key stakeholders, the program aims to promote life skills through football, contributing to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and to make football truly global. FIFA and the FIFA Foundation are proudly teaming up with KISS and more than 14,000 students aged between 4 and 14 years old to celebrate the launch of Football for Schools. This is a landmark occasion. I congratulate you all for having taken the first pilot project in India, opening doors for the launch of the project throughout the country. The state of Odisha is perfectly positioned to lead us forward, thanks to the valuable government support in Odisha. Now, it is time for me to wish you a very successful and enjoyable event and have fun. Thank you. Welcome to all.
Thank you, sir. That was quite insightful. Our next speaker, Dr. Nick Guger, is an honorable member of Parliament for Switzerland, and he'd be joining us live to share a few words.
Namaste. Today is a very special day. It will be remembered in the history of football as a new chapter in football for schools in India and all over the world. An ambitious program by FIFA is being launched on this auspicious day. I acknowledge the presence and support of Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, Mr. Naveen Patnaik, who has left no stone unturned to promote sports and create an example for the whole country. I would like to extend my thanks and greetings to the President FIFA, Mr. Gianni Infantino, for this great initiative to connect hearts through football. I also understand that Mr. Yuri Georgiev, FIFA Foundation CEO, is in Odisha, India for this launch with other delegates. You all have reposed trust on KIT and KISS, have given a golden opportunity for the launch of FIFA for Schools program. This first ever initiative of the Football for Schools program by FIFA in India at KISS is our labor of love, and we dedicate it to Dr. Achyuta Samanta, Member of Indian Parliament and founder of KIT and KISS, for his relentless contribution in the field of sports. As a global ambassador of KIT and KISS, I am incredibly proud that my friend and guide, Honorable President of FIFA, Mr. Gianni Infantino, has chosen KIT and KISS for the launch of this program. And rightly, so I understand that KIT and KISS, under the stellar leadership of Dr. Achyuta Samanta, have achieved laurels for the state and country. He has created unparalleled sports infrastructure and invested in sports and sports persons that are yielding returns. I am happy to be the bridge between these two cultures, Switzerland and India. Also, my thanks and greetings to Miriam Burkhardt, Alexander Gross, and Dr. Varun Sutra for their tireless efforts in making this happen.
Next up, for the felicitation ceremony, I'd request Professor Samanta to facilitate our guests. So first of all, we'd like to invite Yuri Georgiev, the CEO of FIFA. Next up, we have Mr. Kushal Das, who's the General Secretary of AIFF. Next up on stage, I'd like to call Alexander Gross, the project lead for FIFA for Schools. getting quite a cheer. Next up, we have Antonio Bonanino, Project Coordinator, Football for Schools. Next up, we have Alberto Giacomini, the technical consultant, also popularly known as the Javier Zanetti amongst his friends. Next up, we have Alejandra Hoyte, the project coordinator for Football for Schools. Getting the loudest cheer. Next up, we have Alessia Saracino, who's the executive assistant to CEO of FIFA. I'll give you a cue. Next up, I'd like to invite Mr. Vinil Krishna, Commissioner Secretary for Sports and Youth Services. Up next, we have Debashish Samantaroy, President of Football Association of Odisha. Next up, we have Ashirbad Behra, Secretary of Football Association of Odisha. Our next guest, Nandini Arora, is the Project Director for Local Organizing Committee, FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. Next up, we have Prince Rufus, who's the head of FIFA Regional Office, New Delhi. Up next, I'd like to invite Mr. Yuri to share a few mementos with our guests. Prince, would you like to take over? We have Prince Rufus, Head of Regional Office, FIFA, New Delhi. Oh, it has to go the other way around. Okay. All right, okay.
विवेल एलोवेरा रे अछि प्राकृतिक एलोवेरा और विटामिन ई रो उत्तमता ये त्वचा को कराए कोमल रूबी कोमल विवेल एलोवेरा
Why this? New Suzuki Access 125.
सुना है ये कंप्यूटर है।
अब इनको भी पता है Suzuki Access 125 with PS6 technology कम पीता है।
खुश है ये आसमां जमीन हर तरफ छाए हैं हम ही ऐसी कूल है अपनी कहानी चिल करके जीनी जवानी चलने दे बस दिल की मनमानी I'm cool chill your दिल I'm cool chill your दिल I'm cool chill your दिल
पार्लियामेंट सदस्य माननीय अच्युत सामंत जी आम गहण अच्छा फिफार सीओ महोदय एवं ऑल इंडिया फुटबॉल फेडरेशन साधारण संपादक कुशल दास महोदय ओडिशार क्रीड़ा को जी चलचंचल कर सारा राज्य रे बंचाइबा को चेष्टा करचंती आमर कमिशनर कम सेक्रेटरी माननीय विनीत कृष्णा जी फुटबॉल एसोसिएशन ऑफ ओडिशार सभापति माननीय देवाशीष सामंतराय मंच पर मंचासीन फिफा एएफए फाओर समस्त कर्मकर्ता बंधुगण एवं अदर ऑफिशियल्स मंच सम्मुख में बसथिबा अन्यान्य सुधीवृंदगण एवं ओडिशा राज्यर विभिन्न जिल्लारू आसथिबा मोर फिजिकल इंस्ट्रक्शन भाई और भौणी मैंने इलेक्ट्रोनिक मीडिया एवं प्रिंट मीडिया बंधुगण बेसी किसी कही समय नेबी नहीं कारण यार ओडिशा आज जदि डेवलपमेंट करता है स्पोर्ट्स एंड गेम्स रे से केवल आमर प्रिय मुख्यमंत्री श्री नवीन पट्टनायक यहाँ आपण मैंने समस्ते जानते एवं तांकर सूत्रधार होती जी ये विनी कृष्णा जी बसचंती मुझे सम्मुख में कहवाटा भल हेनी जेकोसी स्पोर्ट्स प्रमोट करने आम जिते बड़े जाइचु पाखु केबे ना शुणिनु से निश्चित भाव में सब रकम साहाय्य समर्थन करिसेंती एवं स्पोर्ट्स को ओडिशा रे केमती एक सुदृढ़ माइल कुंटरे पहुँचापी से आप्राण उद्यम करचंती से वास्तविक धन्यवाद पात्र अच्युत सामंत को जतिकी प्रशंसा करी सेतिकी माने इनसफिशिएंट हम किट यूनिवर्सिटी रे केवल पाठ पढ़ा को छाड़ीदेले किस आउ किट्स रो जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर स्पोर्ट्स लाइन रे जो डेवलपमेंट होती बोधे भारत वर्ष रे कौ यूनिवर्सिटी कि कौ जगार ही नथिबो जेकोसी खेल ये आम करूँ सब रकम पूर्ण समर्थन पाइचु तेणुक जो राज्य सरकार एवं अच्युत सामंत अच्छा ओडिशा रे स्पोर्ट्स केबे पछेब नहीं एवं मंच पर मंचासीन जो अच्छा आम श्रद्धांजलि सामंतराय एवं दुती चांद सी तांकरी प्रोडक्ट से स्कूल रे पाठ पढ़ी सी बहुत सब सहायता साहाय्य बढ़ाई एवं जो गरीब पिला माने एटी जो पाठ पढ़ुंट तेणुक जो भाव में जो ऑल इंडिया जो स्कूल फास्ट टाइम यहाँ इंडिया बोधे प्रथम मु भावुँ इंडिया बोधे प्रथम तेणुक केवल यहाँ संभव होती अच्युत सामंत कहीं सी वास्तविक धन्यवाद पात्र एवं सी मु विशेष भाव में कुशाल दास एवं आमर एएफएफ रो जी अच्छा प्रेसिडेंट एवं फिफार प्रेसिडेंट समिति को धन्यवाद देवी जे से मैंने ओडिशा को गोटे चॉइस करचंती एवं किस यूनिवर्सिटी की चॉइस करचंती ए जो फुटबॉल इनाग्रेशन करने लॉन्चिंग करने से फुटबॉल एसोसिएशन पक्षर समस्त को धन्यवाद दे मोर वक्तव्य शेष कर नमस्कार जय हिंद।
Thank you for your remarks, sir. Moving forward, we have Shri Debashish Samantaroy, President, Football Association of Odisha, to share a few words with us.
launch ceremony, FIFA Football for Schools, by Honorable Chief Minister Shri Navin Patnaik, who has endeavored to make Odisha the sporting capital of India. Most respected Mr. Gianni Infantino, President FIFA, who has given his kind consent that such kind of a first initiative starts from India and Odisha. So we thank him profusely. Honorable MP from Switzerland, Dr. Nick Kuger, Monsieur Yugi Zarkaev, CEO, FIFA Foundation, we are immensely obliged to you for giving our children from Kit and Kiss this opportunity to be the future of football, not only in India, but in the world also. Dr. Professor Achyuta Samanta Babu, what can we tell him? Being the founder of this largest university in India, empowering tribal children, empowering sports, and so many other activities. He's a philanthropist. And I am overwhelmed that I am today here for the launch of this initiative. Mr. Kushal Das, General Secretary AFF, who has been always supportive of Odisha football. Our Secretary, Commissioner, Government of Odisha Youth Services, Mr. Vinil Krishnan, has always shown his positive attitude towards sport promotion, and he was instrumental in the success behind the World Cup hockey in Odisha. आशीर्वाद बेहरा आम ओडिया रे तांको खेल जगतर भीष्म महापिता को केवल फुटबॉल नुह every other sports he supports from the stadium. Our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Sasmita Samant, there is not much that I have to say except be grateful to FIFA that our state has been recognized by FIFA today because of Navin Patnaik's proactiveness towards the sports of all kinds of sports, not only hockey, football, rowing, and other such sports which Vinil will tell in his speech, that every game played in Olympics, tomorrow our Honorable Chief Minister is going to promote it. And we are proud that Odisha has sent an Olympian like Duti Chand, a woman footballer like Shraddhanjali Samantrai. This initiative definitely makes every Odia proud. And today FIFA has reached this part of India which was called underdeveloped. But today I'm sure FIFA and my friend Yuri will recognize that Odisha is in the global map of sports world. Thanks to all of you, thanks to your trip, entire team, my friend Yuri Jarkoev, those who have come here, and we had the opportunity of seeing your football talents which won the World Cup for France in 1998. So all of us are very lucky to have him amongst us. Again, I welcome everybody from FAO, and it's a privilege for Football Association of Odisha to be associated so directly with FIFA. Thank you everybody. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker is the General Secretary of All India Football Federation. Please welcome Mr. Kushal Das.
Honorable Chief Minister, President of FIFA, distinguished guests on the podium, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure for me to be here in what I believe is a landmark occasion for Indian football and Indian sports. And more befittingly, the state, which is the capital of Indian sports, is the place where it is starting, where it is being launched. I have to thank the Honorable Chief Minister and his dynamic team, Sri Vishal Dev and Sri Vinil Krishna, who I have been associated for a very long time. And I believe that all the sports, the whole sports fraternity, in fact, should be very grateful to them. And as the General Secretary of Football, I also am very grateful to Odisha for supporting us, for supporting our sport. We have the under-16 national team based here. We have our under-20 team, which is called the Indian Arrows, again based here, supported by the Odisha government. And I believe this team of under-20, the Indian Arrows, is the future generation of Indian footballers. They play in the I-League, and many of them actually have now moved on to play in the top league of the country, the Indian Super League. And most of them also play for the under-23 national team. So it's a great initiative. And once again, thank you, the Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Vishal Dev and Vinil Krishna. As I said, that this is the most befitting place for the launch of footballs for schools in India. And in fact, it's one of the places which is being in the world, probably one of the first countries, as the President mentioned. And I thank FIFA for this great initiative. I know there were some problems at the airport. I wish we could have helped you, but anyway, now that you're here, it's great. And I think this initiative will do wonders for generally teaching life skills to children, to boys and girls, as well as developing football in the country. And I think this program will be launched in other states also in India, and I believe this has tremendous potential and will, I think, change the landscape of Indian football. Thank you very much. Thank you, Odisha. Thank you, FIFA. Thank you, KISS and KIT. It's a wonderful initiative. I'm really honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Next up, I'd like to invite Sri Vinil Krishna, IAS, Commissioner cum Secretary for Sports and Youth Services, Government of Odisha.
Mr. Yuri Chukarev and his team from FIFA, Sri Kushal Das ji, Dr. Achut Samanta, Sri Devshish Samantrai, Sri Ashirwad Berababu, dignitaries on the stage, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, it gives me great pleasure to welcome the team from FIFA to our state of Odisha. Under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Naveen Patnaik, Odisha has been focusing on sports, development of sports in the state. We have been investing a lot in the last few years in sports in a very focused manner, and Odisha has been recently been recognized as one of the leading states in development of sports, and across the country, a lot of good name for Odisha, especially after the recent Tokyo Olympics and the recognition for our continuous support for hockey. There has been a lot of good developments regarding the image of the state of Odisha in sports. Normally, we are associated with hockey in Odisha, and hockey is almost like synonymous now in the country. Almost all the major tournaments are happening here in Bhubaneswar, and Bhubaneswar is now one of the, it can be called as a global hub for hockey. But What is less known is our efforts in the sports, which I think increasingly in the coming months and years it will also be known, is our efforts that are going into development of various sports, and especially football is one of our very focused area, as Sri Kushal Das ji has mentioned. We have a very close partnership with AFF and with the kind support of Sri Kushal Das ji, and who has been the main driving force for our partnership in football. As he has mentioned, the national teams for youth are supported by Odisha, and their home base is here. And Indian Arrows, the team that he mentioned as the future of the Indian football, they are based out of here in KISS and KIT. So this is their mainstay, where they normally over the last couple of years they have been staying here. And we are also the host for the FIFA Under-17 Women in the coming next year, 2022. And for that, we have really developed a lot of this infrastructure, which is almost in the completion stage, with 5 FIFA level football grounds and stadium. We also have the Odisha FC in the Indian Super League, that is the top league in the country. And we are the only state government which is actually supporting a private football club in providing all support for the infrastructure and other facilities that they require free of cost. Our boys and girls play really well at the national level. They regularly rank among the high ranking teams and get medals in the various games. Various Khelo India games also we do get the medal in football. And Football Association of Odisha, led by Sri Ashirwad Berababu and Sri Devashish Samantrai and his entire team, have been doing excellent work in the promotion of sports in general and football in particular. It's always been a pleasure to work with FAO, and we have a very good working relationship, and I'm sure that will help in the development of football in the state of Odisha. We are extremely happy that we are also having this FIFA Football for Schools program here in KIS, and we have a very good relationship with KIT. Almost all our major championships have happened here. I should specially mention the Khelo India University Games, which has happened in 2020, just before the pandemic. And that has happened at a very short notice. It was a very short notice of 2-3 months. And to manage almost like 3,000 university students is not an easy job. And that was happened entirely here in KIT. KIT was the main partner for the Khelo India University Games. And it was one of the best organized multi-game thing. This is not coming from me. It is coming from the SAI and the ministry, because they have seen different edition of these multi-games in various parts of the state. And Dr. Achut Samanta and his team has been promoting sports. They have, in fact, he has been the pioneer in the development of sports, I should say, in the state as well. And the kind of infrastructure that we have, sports infrastructure in KIS, it is unparalleled. I don't think any other university has this kind of a sports infrastructure, and especially his personal touch in supporting the elite sports persons. We can see Duti Chand also here on the stage. That personal touch in trying to educate, give you the education, give that special attention to their requirements, and many of their students have been participating at the international level and even in the Olympics. That's not a small achievement, and I would like to congratulate KIT and KIS in this regard, and Dr. Achut Samanta for promoting sports in a big way, and which has really helped the state as well. And we are really happy that today this initiative, KIT has taken this initiative in football for schools, and we from the government are very excited about this program, and we will, most of our PET teachers are also here, and we will definitely support this program, football, to be developed at the school level. Especially for the girls football, we have really a lot of plans, and we intend to take it forward in the coming years. And we wish all the teams involved in this program all the very best. And once again, I would like to express my gratitude to the FIFA team for coming all the way here during this pandemic period and supporting this initiative and selecting Odisha as the starting point for this initiative. It's a very noble initiative. It goes beyond just health and fitness. It has multiple benefits, this kind of an initiative at the school level. So thank you very much for this program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker obviously needs no introduction. He is the world champion with France and also been a European champion. He's none other than Mr. Yuri Zhirkov, CEO of FIFA.
Bonjour à tous. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here at the Kalinga Institute to celebrate the first ever launch of Football for School in India. It's been a great pleasure to be in Odisha. Firstly, please allow me to thank Professor Ashita Samanta, founder of KIT and KISS, for hosting this event and the amazing work this team is to do it here. Life-changing opportunity to children through sport and education. And Professor Samanta is very well known here for his dedication to nurturing athlete talent for over 15 years. Also here in Odisha, the Chief Minister, Mr. Navin Patnaik, has done so much toward establishing this region as the Indian sporting capital. Thank you, Chief Minister. Thank you very much. As a former professional football player and FIFA World Cup winner with France, I know how football can change life. Being here to launch Football for School in India, one of the first countries in which we are launching the program, one of the first countries. It means a lot for us, for FIFA Foundation, to be here today at Odisha. And you represent a huge step toward achieving the dream of children through the country. India is a very important country, and the second most populous country in the world. India is become and is a priority for development activity at FIFA. It has been a wonderful visit. I know I told you, Dr. Samantha, yesterday, before to arrive, I have some little trouble, but it's just time, sometimes you have always two options in your life. Or you step back and accept what we give it to you, or you take another option. You don't give up, and you continue your way. And when I was at the immigration, and I stayed 12 hours, sit, and no paperwork to go inside the country. And I said, what I'm doing? Do I turn back to my country and let all this opportunity, all these kids, all these students, without our presence, or I fight it and I do my best to come to India and to come to Odisha to do the opening ceremony for Football for School. And I fight. I'm here, and it's a sign. It's in your life you realize there's many signs. And yesterday we had a dinner with Dr. Samantha, and he offered me the book of your mother, and he told me how her mother was inspired him all his life. And today I want to celebrate my father because it's his birthday, and today is my father's birthday. And to launch, my father was arriving, his parents arriving in France with no paper. My grandmother was from Poland, and my grandfather was Kalmuk. Kalmuk is an area in Russia, and they arrived in France with no paper. After my father born in France and starting to play football at the same level like you, student, same level, he's starting to practice football. He's starting to believe in football, to believe in sport, to believe that sport can reach any dreams, can reach any population, can reach any community. and he believed in himself, and he's starting to play football, and at the age of 26, he's become professional, and at the age of 28, he becomes the captain of the national team. He played for France, and he's become the captain of national team. I want to give it a big anniversary. Today is the 27th October. It's a big day for him. It's a big day for my family, but it's a big day for India and a big day for Odisha. Thank you very much. And let's start football for school in India. Let's start the pilot, and let's play together. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It's truly been a rewarding experience having you here with us. As we come towards the end of the ceremony, I'd like to invite Professor Sasmita Samanta, Pro Vice Chancellor, KIT deemed to be University, to share a few words of thanks to our guests.
Very good afternoon to one and all present here. All the honorable guests, dignitaries present virtually, all the dignitaries present on the dais, all the dignitaries present off the dais, and all the respected persons present virtually to watch this event. The state of Odisha has made its name globally for peace, for kindness, and for humanity. And in last 2 decades, slowly this message is spreading all over the globe, and our Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, who has been known as the builder of modern Odisha, designing the image of Odisha globally and trying to take this legacy further to continue to be known as the place of peace, kindness, and humanity by promoting education, sports, and culture in the state of Odisha, and motivating each one of the person, each one of the organization, each one of the thoughts even culminating in the state and around the globe. So each one of us in the state of Odisha are grateful to him for that. And 2 days from his message, we could get that strong vibes of our Honorable Chief Minister that how much is connected to the purpose. So on behalf of all the members present here, on the behalf of KIT and KISS, I express my heartfelt gratitude to him for this motivation, for this encouragement. We all have realized, we all have watched, we all have seen that the FIFA as the institution had grown with its leaps and bounds and added many values to this, for which anyone connected to this institution will feel elevated, will feel proud of this. And anyone who is connected to the word FIFA will feel that they are blessed and they seek congratulations from the globe. And in last so many decades, FIFA has tried to connect the globe.
नमस्कार न्यूज अलर्ट को स्वागत करुछि मु प्रवीण प्रथम हेडलाइंस।